S12 News starts now with breaking news.
This is a dangerous moment for all of Europe, for the freedom around the world.
You wake up in a totally new reality at 5 a.m. and you find out that the world is no longer the safe place.
The history of Ukraine has been unfortunately wrought with these kind of moments.
We're praying for you and we're hoping for a quick resolution, a peaceful resolution.
It makes me proud that our people will never give up and will never stop.
And we start with the breaking news in Ukraine this morning as we're taking a live look in Ukraine's capital here, Kyiv. U.S. officials say Russian forces have reached the outskirts of the capital.
Explosions have been heard in Kyiv as the invasion enters a second day. At least 137 Ukrainians have been killed.
Hundreds of others are hurt this morning as the Russian military advances from the north, the south, and the east. We have team coverage for you this morning. Our Kara Duffy standing by live right now. Details on how people here in South Florida can help those in Ukraine.
But let's start with our Sam Kerrigan right now, who's at the live desk. Very fluid situation right now. Sam, what is brand new breaking information?
Well, Matt and Ashley, we know Russian forces moved into areas closely surrounding the capital of Kyiv early this morning. Explosions and sirens could be heard throughout the city. And the video of the damage we are just getting in this morning, really unbelievable. You can see the front of this apartment building in Kyiv completely destroyed after rocket attacks overnight. The mayor there says several people were hurt in that attack. I want you to take a look at these new photos coming in right now showing the aftermath of gunfire in another region of Ukraine just hours ago. Several buildings here on fire, leaving them completely destroyed and giving people no option but to evacuate. And that brings us to the subways. They are now bomb shelters for hundreds of terrified Ukrainians who don't know when they'll be able to go home again. You can see here people packed in, camping out with their families, their pets, anything they could grab from their homes before heading here to take shelter. Many of them still in shock this is even happening.
You wake up in a totally new reality at 5 a.m. and you find out that the world is no longer the safe place you imagined. We are an independent country, Ukraine, and we are totally not same as Russians. And we don't want to be a part of Russia or any other country. It's really getting very emotional. And I cannot believe it's happening, really.
Some people are trying to leave the country altogether. Take a look at this long line of cars at a gas station in Kyiv. People trying to fill up their tanks should they need to get out. Now this morning, right now, Russian forces are moving in from three sides as they close in on the capital. You can see it here on this map. You can also see all those locations where the explosions are being heard around the country. President Biden announced a new round of sanctions targeting Russia's banks, tech sector, and oligarchs. And Ukraine's president has now ordered a full military mobilization, and he is telling all citizens to stay at home. Matt.
All right, Sam, thousands of Russians in Moscow and other cities are protesting the country's attack on Ukraine. So far, we know Russian police have arrested more than 1,700 protesters across the country. Large, unauthorized demonstrations are illegal in Russia.
We're also seeing support for Ukraine from coast to coast. Look at all this new video from Southern California to here in South Florida, our nation's capital in New York City. Thousands of people you see them here gathering, showing their support for the people of Ukraine.
Despite being nearly 6,000 miles away, the attack in Ukraine is hitting close to home for some in South Florida who still have family and friends there. The Ukrainian population in South Florida is small, but they're closely connected to each other in their homeland. And Aaron Parnas, he's an attorney in Miami, tells us he still has many friends and family in Ukraine that are trying to evacuate.
They're scared. They packed up their lives. They're trying to get out, but they can't right now. The roads are blocked. There's significant amounts of traffic, and it's really just mass hysteria. No one really knows what to do, where to go, where to get information from. So it's a very scary time.
Parnas says even though he is not there in Ukraine, he is in spirit, praying and hoping for a quick and peaceful resolution.
And this morning, organizations across South Florida, they're coming together to send help to Ukraine. They're sending supplies for U.S. troops, and people who are stuck there can evacuate. Our team coverage continues now with our Kara Duffy. You see her here reporting live from the American Legion Post 268 in Riviera Beach. Kara, at a time like this, we feel so far away, so helpless, but there are ways all of us here in South Florida can help. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Ashley, it really is so heartbreaking, even scary to see everything unfolding right now in Ukraine. And most of us watching it all play out on our phones or on TV. And it really does give you that urge to do something. It's a natural thought. How can I help? And luckily, there are some opportunities popping up here at home, letting people give back and do their part to really help those in Ukraine who need it most. Now, let's start with the local American Legion, where we are right now, post 268 in Riviera Beach. We checked in with the commander, Dan Dalton. He said the organization is asking the community right now, you can do this today, to come by, drop off supplies, even monetary donations, all supporting our troops. Now, the plan is to send kits filled with essential items like toiletries to our servicemen and women who are stationed in NATO ally countries. Some of them have been there way before these attacks.
They're going to be boxing them up next week to send back to our troops over there. There's people back home that care about them being over there, so it means a lot to them. It's sad. I mean, worried what's going to happen over there.
Now, the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County also stepping up to help. Right now, they are preparing to provide humanitarian aid to the people of Ukraine, which is home to about 200,000 Jewish people. Their global partners are on the ground there right now, offering evacuees food, shelter, medical supplies, even satellite phones for them to call their loved ones who still may be stuck in conflict zones. And Matt, Ashley, these two organizations are just the beginning of this. As we know, here in South Florida, our communities are always so eager to help when something like this is going on, when disaster is taking place. So I would not be surprised if throughout the day that list of organizations stepping up continue to grow. We're going to stay on top of it. And if you are interested in helping the people of Ukraine, you can head over to our website, CBS12.com. We will be sure to update that throughout the days to come.
All right, Kara, thank you. You can stay with CBS 12 News. Every single development coming out of Ukraine. You can get the latest information on our website, CBS12.com. You can also download our free CBS 12 News app.
It's 6:07 right now. I want to take a live look outside at Lake Worth Beach. We've had our eye on Lake Worth Beach, and it's just now starting to show a little bright as the sun's coming up. Looking good for the weekend, Lauren.
For sure. Another nice one out there for us. This really calm weather pattern just continues again for the day today. Storm track radar, pretty dry outside right now. Here is a look across the rest of the country. We've got this front boundary making its way east, snow and ice falling up in the northeast right now. So this front will slowly move away, and then as it continues to lift off towards the north, low pressure starts developing in the Gulf of Mexico. Then this emerges and moves off towards the northeast. That creates our next cold front boundary that moves in late Sunday. It does not really bring us any cold air, but our temperatures drop a few degrees into the beginning of next week. This morning, though, hey, we're in great shape once again. Skies are mostly sunny. We'll be near 74 degrees at 9. Closer to 79 by 11 o'clock. We are back in the low to mid 80s later on. Matt, Ashley.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Now to an eye on education, where there are a series of bills slowly making their way to the governor's desk that could impact our kids in schools. This morning, the so-called Don't Say Gay bill is headed to the state Senate. The bill would prohibit teachers in kindergarten through third grade from initiating conversation about sexual orientation or gender in the classroom. It also allows teachers to limit any similar discussions at all grade levels if the topics are not deemed age appropriate. The bill is now headed to the Senate, where it needs to pass before it can be sent to the governor to sign into law.
6:08 right now. Florida House also passed a bill that would limit how race-related topics are taught in schools and in workplace training sessions. So under the bill, they would be considered discriminatory if it forces people to believe certain concepts. The bill would also label instructions discriminatory if it makes students feel guilty because of past actions by people of the same sex or race. Right now, a similar Senate bill needs approval from the Rules Committee before it could go to the full chamber.
At 6:09 is now the time. To your coronavirus coverage we go now, as this morning the governor and his newly confirmed state surgeon general, Dr. Joseph Ladapo, have announced changes to the state's COVID-19 recommendations. Latest guidance advises businesses to stop requiring masks for workers. It also suggests if you test positive for the virus, you should isolate for 5 days. Now, we've reached out to the Palm Beach County School District, and they've already sent a letter to parents saying they will follow this new guidance.
6:09, and just hours from now, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will update their COVID-19 guidance. CDC is expected to announce a significant change to its indoor mask guidance and set new metrics that would allow communities to drop the mask recommendations and other restrictions as cases are on the decline. This month, several states, like the ones you see in green here, like California and New York, dropped their mask mandates. Again, you're looking at the map here. As the CDC is going to consider its guidance very soon, we could see changes there, in other parts of the country, Matt.
That's right, Ashley, and time is now 6:10, and we want to go to a story that we've been covering now for weeks. After a woman fell to her death on a drawbridge in West Palm Beach about 2 weeks ago, we're now learning about other close calls on our local drawbridges. I want to show you the latest video coming into CBS 12 News. A close call for a bicyclist. This was in North Palm Beach 2 years ago. Take a look. He is stuck there on the bridge as it is going up almost to vertical. This is the Parker Bridge. And this cyclist was still trying to get by. Now he's just trying to hold on. It goes to a steep angle. He'd eventually lose that bike. It would fall down to the ground, but he's just holding on to the railing as the bridge goes up. Thankfully, he did not fall. But documents obtained by CBS 12 News show the tender who opened that bridge works for the same company as the one who opened another in Palm Beach County back in October, where this car was nearly trapped. Now, we've reached out to that company several times for comment, but they have denied all our requests.
6:11 now, and this morning, police are investigating a crash in Miami Beach. One person is dead, 6 others are hurt after police say an elderly woman stepped on the gas while trying to parallel park outside a restaurant. Police say the woman ended up running over several people and outdoor dining tables. Detectives do not believe the woman was under the influence.
6:11 here on your Friday, and still a lot more to get going here. President Biden could announce his Supreme Court nominee later today. In your Eye on Politics, we'll take a look at the top contenders to fill a seat on the nation's highest court. And locals littering the leaderboard at the Honda Classic coming up. We'll show you just how fearless a 23-year-old West Palm Beach native was in his first PGA Tour event. Zach.
And it is a warm day out here already at PGA National. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll take you hour by hour through round 2 of the Honda Classic, plus a peek at rounds 3 and 4 this weekend. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. A lot more CBS 12 News after the break.